I'll still do the little like. Oh, by the way, we are recording. Just throwing it out there. So be as racist as possible. So, um, I still want to do like the recap, even though it's only been like 24 hours since we played, which is this is my
Awesome.
dream. If I could just do this like for
Mm.
5 more days consecutively, I'll be happy. And and then keep that up until the day I die. But so last week we started off with Kaioken, kind of what happened towards the end of his life previous, and then how he was revived. You guys went through the whole thing of Kaioken trying to figure out what the fuck happened because, as far as he could tell, in the blink of an eye, he was encapsulated by stone, and then he broke out, and his world has changed. He after a weird exchange between the two of you, fucking uh Kaioken ended up meeting Yomi. Yomi or Yami?
Ooh.
Yep.
Yomi.
Okay. You don't know me, Yomi. All right, good. That's how I'm gonna remember that from now on. So,
Huh.
so he ended up meeting Yomi, who was a knight currently stationed to guard the throne room where Kaioken, statue Kaioken, has been located for like all of everybody's life. Then you guys broke out, or Kaioken broke out. Guards came, talked it over. The Messiah has returned, essentially. And then they took you guys to the Senate room, and in the Senate room is where we learned that Kaioken, while being called Your Highness, is no longer considered the king. In fact, he has to meet with the current king, um, and then they can, who knows, figure something out. And then at the same time, while they were asking, they produced a wand. And that wand, yep, is right here. Looking similar to this, except that it has a dried eyeball attached to the end of it. They produced that and they gave it to Kaioken and said, "Do you know anything about this?" And of course he said, I don't know, because we haven't gotten to that point. So we're sitting here in the Senate room. I'm gonna move the two of you guys up a little bit further, boop, and then I'll move a couple. These two fellers, these guys, both of these guys were up here. And then they're holding out the box with the wand. You see the eyeball. What do you want to do, Kaioken? And Yomi, do me a favor, give me a perception check around you. But first, Kaioken.
I would, not knowing much about magic or magical wands.
You're really quiet.
Yeah.
Why? Is that any better? I moved it a little bit closer to my mouth.
No, that's weird. It sounds all of a sudden like you're much farther away. Did you turn yourself down at all?
No, not.
Try
Yeah,
deep
you
throating
sound.
it. Oh god, please. Damn it.
I can try.
Oh,
I
there you
changed
go.
the battery, and the battery's was bad.
No,
But
that's better. That's much better. Right there.
okay, nice.
Yeah,
Deep
good.
throating works
Yeah.
every time, 60% of the time, every time. So I would think I would want to do like a sort of magical check. Like, what do I like? My magic
What
isn't,
are you
or my
trying to
old
figure out?
um Arcana.
No. Not what
Oh, like
not what game mechanic do you want to use? What is Kaioken trying to figure out looking at this thing?
if I could discern if it was a wizard, warlock, or sorcerer that had implied the implement.
Gotcha. Yeah. Then definitely an Arcana check.
Bonk. Hey.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So I'll tell you what you know objectively, and then you can make your own assumptions from there. Cool? Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's see here. Sorry, I am
They
consulting.
are all perfect.
I am consulting the sacred texts. So, what you know from this, looking at it, kind of like turning it around in your hand. The craftsmanship of it is incredibly delicate. This is made out of bone of some sort. It looks like wood, but that's only because it's like been nearly petrified from
Right.
time, right? At the end of it, the eyeball, at first it just kind of looks like an eyeball. You've seen and eaten many of those in your lifetime, right?
Totally.
So, but one thing that stands out to you when you look at this is it's almost snake slitted, but the way that the iris kind of turns around the pupil is there is one clue that is incredibly unique and stands out immediately, is that the eye itself comes from a Medusa, one of the fabled snake-haired like creatures that hide in like mountainside caves that turn people to stone. And usually they eat them.
Oh,
You might have encountered like one at some point in your adventures after your campaign. You live in a mountain range, so there's probably more than a couple of them there.
okay.
So you're pretty well aware of what they can do, but the intricacy that this was made with would immediately tell you that it is not a sorcerer specifically, because sorcerers are not trained, and unlike warlocks, they don't have a hand to really guide them. They
Right.
more come up with it on their own. Um, it could be a warlock. This would be like if it was, it'd be like a packed item. If anything,
Yeah.
this would
Yeah.
not be something that some mundane human could come up with, because
Right.
of the way that the bone is twisted. It would have either been done magically, or it would have been done over a long period of time, kind of like wood, boiling it, hardening it, boiling it, hardening it, or something like that. So you could probably discern either wizard or warlock patron. That's your best
Okay.
guess.
But I would definitely know it's not druidic.
No, 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 no. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
would. I would. That's why I didn't
Yeah,
include that,
the
because it doesn't
natural
seem like
no, the natural magic that druids that you're very familiar, or
were.
previously have been very familiar
Yeah.
with, the natural magics don't have anything to do with this. This is very strictly arcane as opposed to nature. Yomi, go ahead and give me that perception check.
Key.
This perception check brought to you by Boom. Sponsor down. There's your ad revenue, boys.
I gotta change my battery.
You better
Whatever
not.
reason, my game DAC is not freaking charging my batteries.
Hey Empire, get ready to
Why
suck some
isn't
DAC.
Oh, I guess it'll
it
stay on if I
didn't
have it plugged in.
it didn't open?
Do you have Roll20 up as well?
It did. Will it not save that? I rolled fucking 20.
Oh, poo. Well, you know what they say. You're
My beats,
lying.
my beats, my beats, my
Okay.
beats.
Hold on, let's see here real quick. If did you roll in D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Did you use the little red dice thing?
Yes.
Do you have Roll20, the website, pulled up on a tab?
No.
No.
Because so for anybody, Beyond 20, the extension, you have to have both things up so that way it can communicate with both things simultaneously using your actual like browser as the link betwixt my nethers.
Can't I just send this to you?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, I
Have
see. I see.
screenshot?
I see. Okay. I can pull up the game log from there. Yeah, try to work on getting that Roll20 up, but I see that your first one was a 20 and then that your second one was a 6.
Yeah, because it didn't work the first time.
Yeah.
So I thought I did something wrong, so I hit it again.
Gotcha.
Okay, I have it up. I have Roll20 up now.
Or yeah, if you launch game, then it should be okay.
Yeah, hit it one more again.
Perception. Why isn't it working?
I don't know, man. It doesn't say that you're signed in to Roll20. So like if you look at my screen, You see how deboned Capone is down here under my armpit?
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Ah, there you go. Yep, now you're in.
There you go.
Now do it! Click again. It's okay, I'm Hispanic,
Why
I can do that. Is it not working still? Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Alright.
Oh, it's
So-
not
what
a
the
20.
I rolled a 20 and then now I get a
So
2?
here's the cool part. Here's the cool part. There's a very common rule in D&D at large. If it falls off the table, it doesn't count. Consider roll
Good
20.
thing there's no table in the interwebs. The
Depths
Googler
of the
Don't-
abyss.
Don't worry too much. I just wanted to see
it.
if you could see the incoming death, but you didn't. So at least there's that.
It'll be
No,
quick. Just kidding.
So the Goliath barbarian that was producing this wand to you, Kaioken, and actually
I don't play this game anymore.
Yomi, give me a history check real quick. So this wand looks familiar to you, by the way. Because you didn't really get a good look at it at first, right? They're kind of like, yeah, look, be quiet and secretive. But you can kind of like get a glance, like not around Kaioken's shoulder because you're not taller than him, but you can kind of get a glance like around him and see something about it's not quite hitting you, but something about this wand. You've seen somebody use this, and it brings up memories of a time where this order of almost like archaic arcana magic like this magic enforcer type people showed up. There was one point pretty early on in your lifespan where these people called the Black Veil showed up, right? That's what the whisperings were around the city. And they called themselves the Praetoro Magica, something with an order. And they all had black robes. They showed up and they took somebody. And you swear that you might remember one of them holding a wand very similar to this and pointing it at the person before they took him. But it's not a clear memory. But there's definitely something there. So, Signore Kaioken, let's see what the next little piece of PC piece is for you with the piece of beats, my meats.
I'm trying to catch up on notes.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Chicka chicka, chicka chicka. All right. So the Goliath that is in front of you producing this is like, is there? Oh, you said you left out the part about the diamond in the thing,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes. I didn't tell him about the consciousness that I had found.
Okay. So the Goliath that you were relaying all this information to it's like, this is very interesting. We have to see if we can glean any more from what happened, because this is hard to say, but magic as you know it is no more. And they proceed to tell you. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, how is that possible? Magic is life. Magic was everywhere. Magic was what makes things grow. Magic is what is in the laughter of children. Magic is everywhere. You
Well,
like
I like you like that? Yeah, yeah. He goes, I'm sorry, my lord. Perhaps one of the
that?
lore keepers would better describe what it is that we are trying to convey. And then we're gonna go bippity boppity boop. They bring Mr. Bantam in.
Hell yeah.
Um,
My man.
to talk. So he kind of comes around, boop, around over here, and the Goliath asks him, Bantam, please. I can't seem to find the words to describe how the last 85 years have been. And Bantam, right. Well, I think I know. And he kind of pulls from underneath this massive tome, and he's a dwarf, right? So he's like 5 foot nothing, but this
Mhm.
tome is like 2 feet, so it's like half of his fucking body. He pulled it from underneath his cloak, and he sets it down, like basically on the ground in front of you, and he
Mhm.
starts opening it up, and he opens up to a page, and you see he kind of starts reading from. He's like, right, well, this is a place that I remember quite well. But, and then everybody kind of like gets into a nice little circle around him because it's story time and they all want to be cozy and comfy. And he proceeds to tell you that after your exploits, specifically the Battle of Karen, if you remember that, there
Mhm.
was this creature that called itself the Herald, and it had come to this planet and had essentially, like invaded with the intention of opening the door for something or someone greater than it. And you guys eventually destroyed it in its own realm, fended it off, closed the door, so on and so forth. And uh, apparently, that would have been about 5 to 6 years before what happened to you. That, and they didn't know this at the time, but in hindsight, they were able to put everything together based off of what your exploits were. That had set off a chain of events that had caused the gods of this world to be scared of whatever it was that was. Let's put him right there. There we go. That was bothering me. That caused the gods of this world, all of them, to be scared of whatever it was that was trying to come through. And as they began to pull away from the material plane, their ties began to sever because they weren't answering any of the venerated calls. And one of the beings that or one of the deities that had left was Mistra, the goddess of magic.
Okay.
Um, and when she left, the weave began to dissipate and unravel, which caused a number of chaotic things to happen. The entirety of what was that?
Spell
The
plague.
no. That's Forgotten Realms lore. That didn't happen
Okay.
here.
All right.
The entirety of. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Let me consult the sacred text once again. Where did you go? Oh, oh God. Oh God. First they're gonna eat her, and then they're gonna eat me.
What
That
have I
is
Oh no,
become?
it's
that is a
Starborn.
that is a totally legal copy
Run.
of the monster manual that I just found in my drive. Let's go ahead and delete that.
Monster Mash.
I believe I labeled the world Nyx. That was the Elven world, right? With Solus and um you remember the city where you had the heist, the
Oh yeah, yeah.
lowermost
Yep.
elven
Yep.
city. There
Hmm.
was, yeah, so
Nyx.
that whole country collapsed on
Oh,
itself. I mean, killing everybody in that city. It was being
was that
held
from
up.
the wish?
No, it was being held up purely by magic. And
Oh.
when
Oh.
and when magic unraveled, all of the spells that bent the physics to keep that entire city or that entire country essentially standing crumbled,
Hmm.
um, to the point where now there is just a desolate wasteland of shattered like pseudo glass shards and bent steel and so on and so forth. And now they tell you that it's said that only like scavengers go there anymore. Only what is word? Only like people who want to like treasure seek and adventure like through the ruins out there go there, but it is an incredibly dangerous place. Likewise, um, a lot of the Dragonborn, the Dreathos, science
Followers.
experiments that had happened that you guys had seen brief glimpses of in one mission that you guys were not able, that your group was not able to complete. You guys had barely seen glimpses of some of those abominations that were being created,
Mhm.
and those things unraveled. And I mean, literally, they like de what is that? Not decomposed. They decompositioned immediately. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, so they go into this whole story
How'd that go
about
again?
yeah, as they right? So
Dude,
Carry
that
on.
Donald Trump, the lady on the toilet.
oh my god, Donald, help me! It gets just worse. Anyways, so so they tell you the whole backstory of that, and then they
Mhm.
proceed to tell you that there has only been about 2 dozen prominent magic users, and they have divided themselves into 2 factions: the Ordo, more colloquially known as the Black Veil, and what is damn it, I can never remember what those SOBs are named. But now I have all of my notes. Great. NPCs. Organizations. Shout out to Notion.so. Oh, and the Arcane Eyes. So the Arcane Eyes are the few wizards and liches left who have considered themselves for the greater good, to hoard magic and magical items. Nobody knows where they're based out of. All they know is that wherever the Ordo is, the Arcane Eye usually follows to try to counteract them. The Ordo, or the Black Veil, they are a likewise group of magic, of the remaining magic casters who are of any prominence. They are actually they are hell bent on suppressing and controlling magic, because, as they tell people, they don't want what happened before to the high elves to happen to the rest of the world, because the world became dependent on magic. And when it went away, when magic was taken from them, what was left in the wake was nothing but death. So to them, it shouldn't flourish. It should be controlled and regulated. What little magic is left on the planet for as long as it is. So, all of that is the history lesson that catches up Kaioken, as to what's going on and why they couldn't just as easily like locate person or locate object like it used to be. So, is there anything else that you wanted to ask while you have the moment?
Where is my wife and son? What
They kind
happened
of
to them?
look around. Wife and son.
I squint my eyes like Rosie and insert son name.
Um, we don't know that you ever had a wife and son.
Preposterous. She was the leading druid. She she oversaw most of the groves.
Uh, no offense, Uranus, but you personally oversaw the groves.
Not only I, but yes. So you don't know where my wife is. And you see him kind of like start to get flustered. Like everything's not making sense to this old man, and he's getting grumpy.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my lord. But, maybe it would be best if we focus on rehabilitation. and maybe some memories of your wife and child will come back, and you could better help us figure out who this is. See
I don't
the
want a nap. I just need to sit down.
see the oh, so when you say that,
Mhm.
um and you hear from beyond the podium that's to the back, sitting is for fools. Sitting is for old men washed up beyond their time. As you see, beep, 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 out comes, boop, out comes this fella over here. Um, you know him immediately.
Rock.
So this is your older brother?
Yeah.
Your older brother, Turok, who um
Does he
seems
look older or does he look young?
he looks like he hasn't aged a bit. He looks just as old as the day that you revived him.
Turok, what are you doing here? You left. You're not. Why are you here?
Uh, he's like, "What do you mean, old man? I am the king of this mountain. I am the apex predator of this mountain."
As I see the gem, it starts to kind of like, what? Like how? There's no way you could. I'm still alive. That doesn't. You can't like just sort of like broken sentences as
Yeah.
he's trying to piece together all this.
So as
Someone's
as
burning bread.
as you begin to try to like stammer over your words, that because this doesn't happen. The way that you know
Uh-huh.
the apex jewel
Yeah.
is it's a challenge to the death. And whoever wins it becomes the apex predator and the ruler over this domain. And he goes, "Unable to perform your duties, I see. Something something stuck in stone. The mere rock of the mountain able to defeat a old and broken man. All I had to do was scoop it right out of your head."
It was you.
Um,
Arrest him. He had to been him. He stole it.
yeah, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Eh, Bonk. Not terrible.
Ooh.
Not good.
Um,
Eats it beats my meats.
you make eye contact with him as you go, "Arrest him," right? And he
Uh-huh.
just, "Bang," and you make eye contact, and you know what
He got
he
me with
just did.
predatory glare or
He
the
got you with the thing that
glower.
you used to
Glower.
do, and you immediately feel your knees start to buckle as you just,
You bastard.
and he kind of like slowly walks up to you, and he's like,
You bastard.
"Well, would you rather your blood be spilt here, or would you rather your blood be spilt elsewhere?" And you can't speak because you're paralyzed at this point.
Pretty much, yeah.
He kind of turns to you, Yomi, and he goes, "How about you, my fine feathered friend? Would you like to join him in his fate?"
I side with Kaioken.
Noble. Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw. As we now make do with all of the broken items that were created.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Easy money. Easy money. He looks at you and you look at him and you can feel this impression of like the idea being that you are what he's trying to do is he's trying to stun you as a predator might, as a cunning predator might before they attack. And you're
Kind of like think of deer in headlights
yeah,
sort of thing, where it's like
exactly.
they pause before they react.
But you see that coming. You just watched it happen to Kaioken. You know what this guy's all about. He's like ultra Chad super macho, right? So you see it coming and you're able to like just steal your resolve because you know that what you're doing is clearly superior. I mean, obviously, right? And he looks at you and he goes, "Well, I see you don't cow very easily. Maybe I will break your body." So, boys, I'm gonna need you to roll me initiative. As the rest of everybody clears back out to their seats and the test.
Weapons.
Huh?
I don't have any weapons.
That is very true.
Unarmed strikes for you. Unarmed strikes for you.
Um,
Where's initiative?
Next to your armor class.
Yeah.
Next to the shield.
Mm.
You just click on that.
So,
boy.
Whew, nice.
Nice.
Yomi, you see Kaioken kind of like getting ready, and then he looks down at his hands and he's like clenching something. Like he's like and Turok over here, he looks at him and he goes, "Oh, every warrior must come prepared, old man.
Fucker.
It would seem this will be an easier kill than I anticipated. Do you want to do anything before we actually start this combat, Yomi? Like, I don't know, anything? Not like attacking or anything like that. Maybe, I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say like possibly have like
I'm
something in
trying
your
to
inventory.
see. I'm trying to see.
Can I look to oh my gosh, what's his name? Dwarf.
Bantam.
Bantam.
Mhm.
And like see if he'll toss me a something.
Oh, he's looking down at the floor. You see him, he's like
Oh, okay.
this. Like he's like
He's whipped.
he
Okay.
he knows what this is. The
Mhm.
same way that you inherently know what this is.
Right. It's a
He's
setup.
like almost
Yeah.
200 years old. He's watched as people have tried to best this guy for fucking ever.
Where do I see my inventory? Oh, never mind. I'm stupid.
Inventory.
Okay.
Equipment or inventory or
Shut up.
So you have a spear and then you have a rapier
hmm
Okay.
and a
So-
that I
shield.
can remember, and a shield.
Do you have like hand axes or a crossbow? Maybe just a. Oh, never mind.
You have to have a great sword on you or a
Just by chance,
maul.
yeah.
You know, like a
Maybe
60-pound maul.
maybe a backpack.
Get a bunch of ingots and a backpack, and I'm good.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he needs.
I hand him a bedroll. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Jeez.
tube sock.
You just like sleeve it over him. No. How did I get to
Okay.
here?
So without thinking, I turn towards Kaioken and I say, I don't know what use this will be to you, but defend yourself as I throw him my rapier.
Oh. All right, you're gonna throw him your
Okay.
main weapon. Nice.
And arm myself with my spear.
All right.
Well, then give me the shield.
Nope. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't care. If you want to give him your shield, that's totally fine. But this is gonna start here real quick. Oh, here, let me pull up.
Because you can't use the spear with the shield, so give me the shield if you're not gonna give me the spear.
Ayuda, throw me the spear. Wait, is that?
Well, you can interject.
Wait, hold on. Is the
Yeah, I am.
is the spear a
Two-handed.
versatile weapon? Does
Wait,
it have a versatile tag? Pretty sure it's two-handed.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, then
It
never
says
mind. You can
versatile,
use
so
that.
you can use it with one. Yeah, I was gonna say because you can like one-handed
Oh,
like
it's
thrust.
thrown or thrust. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, you
Right.
keep the shield then.
Choose add a turn. Okay, add a turn. You got an 11, right? Yeah. So 11, and then you add a turn.
Rapier, huh?
11. 17. We are going to go ahead and put him in here. And where's my initiative? You want to get rapier?
Want to get rapiered?
You want to get some rapier? All right, let's roll a d20. His dex / R. 1d20 plus 17. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. All right, cool. What a piece of shit. He got a 5. In fact, I hate him for that. So, I believe. Oh, whoops. Yeah, there we go. Wait, no, what? Why did that? There. This is how
Yo,
the
me.
turn order should go.
Yeah. So initiative is just who attacks first,
Yep.
and you rolled the highest, so you attack first.
So, yes, in combat, you have movement, and your movement is on your character sheet. You have an action, and you have a bonus action. So on your character sheet, you should have tabs for the bonus action and action. And when you click on those, they'll tell you what you can do with the weapons that you have equipped, or otherwise. All of your actions should be under the actions tab, and then all of your bonus actions under the bonus tabs. Reactions happen off of your turn, and generally it's for like opportunity attacks, which I'll let you know when you have one. In case you end up having one. There's also other features and stuff like that, but you really don't have much because you're basic. So, to the dismay of Kaioken, I'm certain, Turok pulls out 2 short swords. Yeah,
Interesting.
very. So, that means that first round of combat is up to you there.
Are
Yami.
we doing our game rules as far as not having to use an action to pull something else out?
Oh yeah, no, we're not doing the stowing and drawing and all
Okay.
that stuff. That'll probably
So,
be for the campaign proper.
okay. So if you technically wanted to like uh use your short bow, you could do that in
Yeah,
between turns. Technically how the game is supposed to be ran is
in between turns.
yeah, so like he could use his short bow and then
Mhm.
on his next turn he could use his
Oh yeah,
spear.
yeah.
Right.
Generally
That's all.
speaking, the rules is written. It is one full action to draw something, and then it's a separate action to use it, and
Yeah.
then it's a
So like
separate action to stow it. But that's stupid, and nobody does
yeah.
that.
So like if you wanted to use a health potion in how the mechanics are supposed to be played in combat, you would
Whoa.
like, I got this.
Yeah,
Then I'm gonna wait till next round. Then I'm gonna drink it.
yeah,
Then I'm gonna pull out my sword.
yeah.
Which sucks.
As opposed to I want to use a health potion, and
Okay, there's
then
my
throw
main
it,
action,
and then
and
yeah,
then bonus action movement, and
eat poop.
then
Yeah.
next turn and eat
So,
poop.
uh,
So
Mr. Ricky, you are first up.
yep, you do what you want to do. You can move your mini. We'll count your movement
These are
for you.
5 steps. Every square is 5 steps. One thing that you can do, if you look on the top left, if you want to know how far things are, there's a little circle with a ruler in the middle of all of those little squared buttons. If you
Mhm.
just click on it, and then you can click and drag, see how you can see what's going on over here?
Yeah.
This will tell you if I want to move here, it's 15 feet. Gross, that's not 15 feet.
Weird, yeah.
Oh,
5,
wait, is
10,
it
15,
shift?
20.
Wait, hold on. Is it space? No. Fuck, is it control?
Well, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
just
it
move it
doesn't
one
matter.
at a time.
Yeah.
You can go adjacent. I think maybe that's for like shooting an arrow or something.
No. I mean, it can be. That can be
I
just a
mean,
distance checker, but there's a hotkey
well,
that you can use.
we did that weird like splitting two different.
Yeah. But there's
Yeah.
a anyways, so what would you like to do?
So we're in combat, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. And you're riding the momentum wave, so go.
Yeah, dude. He just backed up and drew 2 short swords. If you don't do anything soon, he's gonna attack you, or Kaioken's gonna jump in. But each of these is 6 seconds.
Okay, so I'd start by throwing my spear at him.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me. What is that? That's a. Are you gonna use your strength or your dex? Because I believe you can do both with a spear. If it's a thrown weapon, I
Is
think you can. Whatever's higher, but I think it'll be your dex no matter what. So roll the
I think it's
plus
my
whatever
dex.
to hit.
Plus to hit on my dex. Roll dex.
No, don't roll dex. If you look next to the weapon, it has like a +5 or a +4 or +3 or whatever.
Okay, hit that.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, he dodges out of the way of that one. You go to throw it, and he's already like readied, so he sees it coming. So he kind of like does a little like that turn as it kind of like whiffs right by him. It would have been like right in his gut
It's fine.
had you have like hit, but he saw it coming. So you whiffed on that one. Do you have a bonus action that you can use?
No. It just says 2 weapon fighting.
All right.
So you can move if you want to move.
Yeah,
Since
you
you
have.
don't have a melee weapon anymore.
I think you have what, like 20 movement feet that you can do. So each of those
And then
squares is 5 feet,
And you can fly.
and you can fly, which I think you have like 50 flight. So if you want
so
to fly 50 feet up,
I'm gonna fly there.
okay.
Well, count it out. How does it make sense? So 10 feet up. So there's 10,
And then
20,
10 feet
30,
over.
40, 50, 60.
Oh, okay. See what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
So if you're
How'd you
I
do
holding,
can
that?
do that, right?
with that measurement tool, you can holding left click. If you click on the right click, it'll leave like a little point. So that way you can track
Okay.
the exact path that you want to go.
So I can't do a
So,
straight.
so aerial, you have to go. Use movement to go up.
Yeah.
Okay.
How high up do you want to go?
How tall are they?
This Coliseum goes up to about like 30 or 40 feet. We'll call it
No,
30 feet.
Kaioken and
They've got 5 feet between them, so they're about 10 feet apart in total.
No, we're 6'3", 6'5",
Oh,
somewhere
I
in there.
see. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so reach would
So
probably be about 8 foot.
yeah.
10 feet.
Okay, so you want to go 10 feet up so that way you're like out of his range of attack with his little short swords and fly just directly
Yeah.
over him. Are you hovering
Yeah.
there up in the air?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're hovering about 10 feet up. Gotcha. I'm going to do a thing real quick. Let's just highlight you and never mind, not going to highlight you. Fuck. Well, whatever. Okay, cool. So that's the rest of your turn then?
Yeah.
All right. Don't forget, unless you have more spears, you don't have a spear anymore. You'll have to pick that
Yeah.
back up. So
Well, where did it land?
it landed just right behind him. So it would have landed like
Okay.
right
Okay.
in this area here.
Okay.
Here, let me just make a little dot. That way it's not like a what's the X for? Okay. So next up, Kaioken. So you
5 foot
guys.
movement.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say
Oh, I
you see him get ready. He pulls out his short swords. He kind of like hunches down like he's ready to spring into action. And just as he's about to go, you see Yomi throw a spear, and he just kind of bing like moves to the side, and it shoot right past him. And then
in
now
that moment, I would
that's
just
your time to go
bump
reflex.
forward, bonus action rage, and then clickety clack to attack. Oh, that's unarmed. Psych. Well, it's the same. It would have been the same. I have a +6 with the rapier and a +6 with the other one.
With a rapier, you have a
Yeah.
+6?
Yes.
Oh, because of strength. Because you have a +6 strength.
Hey, that's better. Okay, I re-rolled it. The other one was off the table.
Good fucking. Well, wait. This. Well, that's weird. 13 +6, 19. Yeah. Okay. 15 plus 6, 21. Okay. Cool. So yeah, 21 fucking hits. Definitely. Go ahead and roll your damage. As you kind of like, and you do this like lunge, just a straight stab right to.
So I'll get a +2 on top of this damage, whatever this is.
Okay. Are you clicking on the box and roll 20?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, the first, I don't know how it double clicked,
What?
but just with rage, you gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Melee damage with strength weapons, resistance to blah blah blah. Wait,
One.
+2 melee damage with strength weapons. Resist. Oh, so is this a strength weapon
It's
right
versatile.
here?
You can use your strength or your dex with versatile weapons
Ah.
or finesse
It says
weapons. I
I'm.
think.
It says I'm.
Sorry,
It says finesse, but it says I'm proficient with it.
that's weird. Why would you be proficient with a
I.
rapier?
I don't know.
Well, what weapon proficiencies do you have? Do you have all martial weapons or?
Martial weapons, simple weapons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's a martial weapon. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So
So you do 12 damage, and then
14 damage.
see. So it
Oh,
says
piercing.
it says that you rolled an 8 plus 4, right?
Why
So
does this
so you
do that?
what?
What? Oh, piercing critical damage. Do you see that where
Yeah,
it's?
so you got an extra D8 for some reason. I don't know why it's saying that you critted on it because you didn't.
I didn't.
But if you look at your two strikes, both of those have an orange box
Yeah.
which says that you
I
critted, but you didn't. So we'll just ignore
well
the plus
with
3.
rage would be a +2 though.
Okay, so then
A
it's
14.
14. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
One sec here.
Bonk.
All right. Yeah, you fucking run him right through. Um, After his little sidestep, he doesn't have the momentum to so he just kind of takes it and it goes like through his navel and out the side a little bit because he's already kind of sideways as you kind
Right.
of hit and then you withdraw it real fast.
Okay.
Um,
And then that's the end of my turn.
okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so bippity-boppity-boop. Next up is going to be Signore. He is going to attack you. So with one short sword, he has a +3.
What?
Yeah,
So Signor is your brother.
yeah. Turok.
Mm.
Okay, so he rolls a 10 to attack, and I
Nope.
assume that whiffs it. Yeah, so he's like, son of a bitch, and he goes in for that, and then his bonus action he's gonna attack with the other one, and
Nice.
that does that
Ooh,
roll to
that
hit?
one.
So I believe
Yes.
that's a D6, right?
Yes.
1d6 for a short sword. And then we are plussing. Oh, why am I doing that? I'm doing it inline. Slash roll 1d6 plus 3 for his dexterity bonus. 8. Okay.
Is it
Oh, he should have had a plus to his attack roll because
then what is that?
that's his dexterity modifier.
So then what is it? 8 or is it more?
Well, no, it's 8 is the damage that you take.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does it happen to be cold damage?
No, in fact, it happens to be
Uh,
very much slashing damage.
okay.
As he goes and then whiffs one and then just with the other one, boom, comes down on you.
Okay.
How you feeling immediately?
I am, as the term you would use, bloodied.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, then
Yep.
he kind of goes, old man,
Um,
pathetic.
Actually, I'm gonna use Stone's Endurance,
Okay.
to negate 5 of that damage.
Sick. Okay, yeah, yeah. So then instead, as he goes to come down, you using your your body kind of like, "Nyeh," and you see you go to take the blow in the collarbone, and where that patch of skin on your collarbone is, you see it
Mhm.
immediately harden like granite, and then and it
Push
kind
the
of
blade out,
well,
or
it doesn't sink in. It actually
oh,
just
okay,
chips
okay.
off. It looks like it chips off actual stone, right?
Nice.
So it just kind of, and then boom, and you see like pieces of rock come off, and it kind of back in. Um, and it still stings. It's still a little
Yeah.
stingy boy.
Yep.
But
Chiseled
then
me.
yeah, exactly. All right, so Yomi, go for it. What are you going to do?
I can move over, right?
Yeah. You can do whatever you want, man.
So I see Torok is distracted by this engagement with Kaioken,
Oh
so I
yeah,
swoop down to pick up my sword or my spear.
excellent. You want to use it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go for it. Do it with advantage. In like my next campaign, I'm not going to do flanking, but flanking is more fun in this like situation.
Yeah.
So
How do I do that?
so click it once. We'll see what it is. Click it again, and then whichever one is higher, you'll take that
Yep.
For the
In
spear?
actions and
for the
spear.
spear. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the +5 or whatever it is for your spear
Okay.
attack. Yeah. So that +5 or whatever, that is your 2 hit. Oh, good thing you get advantage. Click on that one more time, and then
Nice,
20 fucking
nice.
3. Wait a minute,
Was
you
it
critted.
a roll? Yeah.
Dope.
Okay.
So here's what we're gonna do. This is how I'm gonna do crits
Yes,
from now
dude, your
on.
first fucking nat 20, dude.
So
Hell yeah.
this is where you get hype, right?
Yeah,
But
this
this
is
is how
good.
I'm gonna do crits possibly from now on. Roll your damage once. You are going to get a max damage die, and then the next die that you roll will be your critical, right? So if you roll this once, then add whatever the maximum of the die is.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
so
see
if
what
your
you're saying.
spear's a D8, you'll instead of rolling 2 D8s, you're gonna get
Yeah,
8 plus whatever you roll.
right.
So go ahead
That
and roll
makes
that
that's
that one.
actually can be a lot way better.
It's gonna
There's
Roll it one more time.
no, go ahead and if you
just
go over
roll
to roll
damage.
20, if you go over to
Yeah.
roll 20, there's a little pink box at the bottom that says click for rolling
So
your
I've been.
damage.
Can I do a quick? I am sorry to do this, but can I share screen?
But so if you look in the chat log, you can see the little pink click buttons, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so what you can do for that is like that way it knows you hit, you can just go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay, so click on the one that says 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever that will be
What in the
whoa.
fuck? Okay, so you're using this what, two-handed or one-handed?
Um, I mean it's the same on either.
It would
What?
no,
No.
you'd be probably using it two-handed.
I mean, he
Yeah,
he has his. Oh no, he gave you the shield, right?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so you have a shield, and you're probably using it one-handed, a one-handed thrust with your shield, because you're still getting the benefit from using your shield, having it equipped, which means
This is
that
yeah.
so
you're.
confusing.
No. So they don't know how you're using this, right? And
Yeah,
because there's so many options for how to use a spear, all you
yeah,
need to
true.
do is look at the initial damage for now, because you didn't crit, so you're not looking at the crit damage. You're just looking at the first two. If you're using it two-handed, then you got a 3 on your roll. If you're using it one-handed, then you got a 6 on your roll.
So then I'm probably one-handed then.
So you're doing it one-handed, so that's a 6 plus 6. So you actually did 12 damage to him. So
Okay.
air 5.
That's good.
That's really good. That's so good, in fact, that ooh,
No,
there we go.
don't
And
kill
then
him.
No, that's
since
Don't
so
kill him.
yeah. So
since I'm behind him, does that do anything?
it gives you advantage on your attacks, which means
Yeah, which you used.
since he can't defend from the front and the back, that's why you were able to roll twice and take the higher of the two, which resulted in a crit. Mathematically,
Got
it doubles your chances of getting a crit.
Yep.
Which is a 20 in attack rolls.
Okay.
So, you fucking fly over, swoop it up, and just split right through, and you see it come through his shoulder, and it comes actually through his shoulder like joint, right? And you kind of pull it back, and he kind of drops to one knee, looks up. He is going to use his legendary action.
God damn it.
He's a boss. What do you expect?
I know.
And he's gonna look over to Bantam, and he's gonna go, "Help me or die."
Ah, fucker.
Yeah.
Not you, Bantam.
Uh,
You are the
Bantam
chosen one.
Bantam looks up, and you see that his eyes are shining a familiar purple amethyst color, like the amethyst in Turok's head, and like the amethyst color of his eyes. All of those are the same tone. And he looks over. So, I'm going to need Yomi. I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Fucking A. Nice, man.
Damn,
Good.
bro.
So
The
you
nat
look
20.
over. You look over as you see Bantam look up, reach inside of the sleeve of his robe, and produce a wand and shoot a bolt of blue crackling energy at you. And it hits you. And as it hits you, you begin to crumple. And you feel this like weakening of yourself. So instead, you're only going to take half damage, which is nice. You are going to take, let's see, roll. Perfect. So out of the potential 24 damage, you are taking 2 damage as you feel this energy sapping away from you,
Oh,
and you see him regain some vitality.
Turok.
Yes, sorry, Turok gains
Oh,
some life.
okay.
Um, and that is all that Bantam does, but that does mean that now Bantam has entered the fight.
So he would be after.
Let's find out. Should I have him roll for an initiative, or should I just put
You
him
could
in at
just
the
put
end?
him. You. Well, then he would go twice in one round.
Bantam
Because
wouldn't.
the top of the round was.
No, this is interrupted. So this is a legendary action, right?
Oh, okay. I see.
Um, but should I? Do you want me just to roll an initiative so we could see where he ends up?
Sure,
Kind of.
sure. It'd be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Real fun. So much fun, in fact, that you're now dead.
Yeah. Look, rocks. Those look nice.
Oh, you guys are seeing this. You know I'm not making this shit up.
I mean, that would make sense as far as like with the
There we go.
legendary
Yeah. So,
stuff. So now he's at the top of the round.
so, Kaioken, you see this, and now your foe has regained some of the life that you guys are basically bleeding him out with.
Well, I am going to try and Unga Bunga hurt him faster than he can regain health. So
Perfect.
swingy swing. Ah, shit. Damn it.
That
That,
unfortunately misses.
and I'm not gonna move back
Oh, wait,
to
you have advantage. Flanking.
why? Oh, okay. I'm not used to
Don't
that.
you question me, boy. No, I'm kidding.
Ah, yes,
Hey,
much
look at
more
that. Yeah,
gooder.
that definitely hits. So go ahead and roll me that damage, my goy.
Maggio. Why did it goes twice
In
immediately?
case you no, it didn't go twice, right? So piercing damage and then piercing critical. If you critted because it doesn't know,
I
then
see.
there's your second dice versus your
So
one
it
dice.
it said I rolled a 6.
Yep, which is 2 plus your 4 because you have a +4 to your strength.
Yeah, I have a +4. So wait, damn it, it just deleted that. So I rolled a 2 because
Yeah.
it was a 6,
Yep. You
and then
rolled a
it
2 and then
didn't
a
give me the
plus.
4.
It did give you the 4.
Are you sure?
2 plus 4 is 6.
Oh, it says it right there.
Yeah, if you
Okay,
hover
yeah.
your
No, no,
mouse
no.
over the
Okay.
the
I see.
yellow box, then you're good.
Yes. Okay,
So,
so I did 6.
so you did 6 damage. All right, let me see here.
Yeah.
That brings him to this, and then that then brings him to this. Cool. So yeah, now he's just about a little bit worse than where he was before Bantam assisted him.
Okay.
All right, and then that
That's
the
the
end
end
of
of
your
my
turn?
turn. Yep.
Perfect. Next comes Turok.
Wait. I have a +2 for rage. It doesn't add that in.
Okay,
So
yeah.
8. So 8.
That's the your first attack, or is that every attack?
It's every attack
Every attack
with
is an
rage. So if I
extra 2.
lose rage, if I don't attack or get attacked every round.
Gotcha. Perfect. Okay. So, you kind of and then blip, and you stick that in. You fuck him with it, and then you get him he's significantly closer to death than he was literally like a second ago. So he's going to look up and he's gonna kind of smirk at you. He's gonna go, "You never even bothered to figure out what this thing could do.
That is true.
Now I need both of you guys to make a strength saving throw."
Okay.
Oh,
Do I get
Yami,
my advantage from rage?
that only gives you that only gives you
You
athletics
you gain advantage on strength. Oh, checks.
strength checks.
Strength checks
Yeah,
and
it's
saving throws,
and
not
saving throws.
attacks.
All right,
+2 to melee damage. Okay.
then do it. Then do it. Do it at the advantage. Yomi, are you on the ground or are you still in the air when you attacked him? Because
Yes.
you swooped down to grab that. Were you flying back in the air or no?
Yeah, I assumed I was still back
Okay,
in the
then
air.
you don't have to make a strength saving throw. Kaioken, you would notice that the earth rumbles underneath you, and it rumbles like almost like a metronomic vibration, just
Right.
and the sand starts to sink. Like you start to sink into the sand as he has created around him in a circle. What is that? 5, 10? Yeah, so that's roughly this big. Everything within this circle right now is considered rough terrain. So he is now going to take his bonus action to disengage, to back up and tactically position himself. One,
So I can attack?
he's disengaging.
Ah, damn it.
So he's going to put himself just outside, and that's going to be the end of his turn.
So was my strength save
It was it was a success because you didn't fall
okay.
prone.
Okay, good. All right.
But you were able to like kind of navigate your kind of pull your feet up,
Right.
otherwise not fall prone, I'm sorry. You would have been kind of entangled, if that
Right.
makes
Okay.
it like
Yeah.
rooted in video game terms, right?
Yes. Yeah.
um and so you're like and you were able to like pull your feet out like doing high knees and shit. So that's going to be the end of his turn. Next up is going to be Bantam, and Bantam's going to look over at him. He's gonna go, "Come on." So Bantam's action is going to be. Sorry, bud.
Healing word.
No,
Your guardians.
I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it.
Kaioken. I mean, you got a high con, right?
Yeah, it's decent, but not with a low roll.
Ooh.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay. So, as you feel. Oh man. All right. You feel this blast hit your chest, and you can feel the life being sucked from you.
Oh, I am unconscious.
You go unconscious.
Yep.
And he heals.
Oh.
So the last thing that you see, oh holy shit. So the last thing that you see before you go unconscious, before you fall over, is you just see him and you see him like start to like bristle at the energy coming back to him. You literally get to witness his wounds close, and he goes, "Hail to the king." And your eyes close and you go unconscious. Yomi, you watch Kaioken fall over. He is unresponsive. He begins sinking into the dirt or into the sand as this metronomic starts to pull him into the sand. What would you like to do?
How long is he unconscious for?
Until somebody stabilizes him. If someone doesn't stabilize him soon, he will die. And then it looks like I'll get to have a Mind Flayer Chef wizard in my campaign after all.
So
Set up from the
I
start.
guess I would like to move over here
Mm-hmm.
and stabilize him.
You wanna try to stabilize him while everything is happening. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and make me a medicine check. You have to beat a DC 13. Sorry, DC 10. Sorry, not 13. I'm looking at
Medicine. Oh, okay.
nothing, man. You have no idea what the fuck that was. This dude just used fucking like magic, and Kaioken fell over.
Magic?
He already looks withered and old and gross, but like now he just looks like slightly more withered, old, and gross.
I look like Mick Jagger right now.
Dude, he is
Old
very
Mick
Mick
Jagger.
Jagger. Yeah.
Shirtless Mick Jagger.
As you're like trying to figure out, like, oh fuck, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Turok is gonna look at you and go, concede or die. Do you have a response to that?
Never.
Never concede or never die? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Bit of both.
Okay, so
I promised this woman I would never die to have sex with her.
is there anything that you want to do on your turn? I just to be fair, the medicine check, I'm not going to use that as an action to try to stabilize him. That'll be like a free skill check action. That's totally fine. On your next one, after he makes his first death saving throw, then it's going to be taking your action to try to help him out. But you have full faculty of your actions, bonus actions, your bonus actions, and your bonus actions, including your knight's ability called Lay on Hands.
Oh, I can use that.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
dude.
can.
Your character sheet.
And your actions, and all of your bonus actions, and your actions to lay
Well,
on hands.
my bonus actions are only, it says 2 weapon fighting.
That's totally fine then.
And
But
I
your
don't have
action has lay on hands.
Okay.
If you wanted to use that. I'm giving you this hint that it oh, you know what? I'm sorry. It's not even a hint. You haven't played this game yet. You don't know inherently that when a player drops to 0, right? They go unconscious. Should they for any reason take double their hit points, they die outright, no saving throws. But while they are at 0 or below, before they outright die, any healing brings them back up.
Mm-hmm. And I am just as effective as a fighter at 1 as I am full health.
Yes. So if
Okay.
you use your laying hands, which it allows you to tell me how many hit points you want to give back to him. If you use your laying hands on Kaioken, it will bring him from 0 all the way up to whatever you give him. And then he's
Okay.
conscious, but he's prone.
Okay, so I guess I'll use that.
All right. How many hit points do you want to heal him for?
How do I find that out?
There should be a little like it should be like a bolded text on it. If you click on it, on the actual lay on hands ability, it should tell you like how many you have because it's from a pool that you hold. I think it's like,
Yeah.
is it 15 or is it like 5 at level 1?
I don't know at level. I've never been a level 1 paladin.
You have a pool of healing power that replenishes when you take a long rest.
Yep. Keep going.
With that pool, you can restore a number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5.
So you have 5 hit points that you can heal him for max since you're level 1 and it's 5 times 1.
Okay, so I guess.
Would you like a hint?
Can I do this every turn?
Here's the thing.
But you don't get an action.
You have a
you can't-
pool that you can take from. As you take from the pool, it lessens your options, right?
Right.
So, you want to know what typically would happen optimally? You heal
Like
him
heal
for
1 or 2.
1, and then you have 5
Okay.
times he can go down if you heal him for 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. But until he takes double damage and then dies outright.
If he takes double his HP, then he will die outright.
The
So
total double. So I have 17 hit points or 15.
Uh-huh.
So
if
they
you
would have
take
to do 30 damage to me, which
In
Unless
one hit.
even if I have 1
Yeah.
hit point, they
Yeah.
would have to do 30 points of damage.
Yeah, it's not like after 0 they can't do like 7 and then 8 and then he's dead. That's not how that works. But in one
Okay.
hit, he has to take 30 hit points and then become. Otherwise, he just goes unconscious
Okay.
again.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do that for 1 then. Lay on hands for
All
1
right.
HP.
So you kind of crouch down. It's not to you. You've never done this before, by the way. This is your very first time doing this. You
That's true.
crouch down. Yeah. You crouch down and you go like, "Oh my god, you're trying to figure out how to heal him, how to," and you kind of start like not like believing in yourself, but you just start like, "I need to heal him. I need to heal him." And you then feel this weird sensation in your gut. It feels like falling. You know how like your stomach kind of pulls up into your throat and you feel like you got to pee? Like you feel this rush of like, oh, and then you see your hands develop this very slight glow as you're feeling around his body and he comes to. This is the first divine magic that has ever been um like done in this era,
Ooh,
in this
that's
region.
big. That's a note.
So when that happens, Bantam snaps out of it. Turok backs up and he's like, he's a he's a warlock. He's a warlock. And you see Bantam, "I have to tell the Ordo. I'm sorry, my lord." And he runs away. Turok backs up and he goes, "Guards, kill the warlock." All right. Also, this spell ends, well, effect ends. The ground stops. Everything stops. Combat's over. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, okay?
Okay.
As Turok calls in the guards. Ooh. All right. All right, so we're back. So combat's over. Kaioken, you just got brought back to life from near death. And the first thing you hear is, "He's a warlock. Guards, kill the warlock." And you guys you see all of the senators all around you guys. They are all like booking it out towards the north of the map. By the time Kaioken you come up and Yomi,
Yeah.
you've seen this shit happening. You're like kind of doing that thing where you like crouch over him like in a defensive pose, where you're like anyone near him and you're like, "You can't hit me," right?
Mm-hmm.
As they're all starting to leave. What do you guys want to do before guards get here?
I can't throw your rapier, so I am just going to use 10 feet of movement to stand up, and then
You only have 20 feet
read
of
the.
movement?
I have 30, but 10 to stand up, right?
It's half your
Or is it
movement.
5? Oh, it's half?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay, so then I could go rink, rink, 15 feet that way, reading the rooms, it being that like something's happening.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna move you back here real quick, tactically, because it would matter. You would hear like hustle and bustle coming from that direction.
Oh, okay.
So just so you know, yeah, I mean, you can totally run out to them or whatever the fuck you want to do,
How
but
is how is Turok looking? Is he pretty fucked? No, he
he l-
got like
he looks
he
like he's back
healed.
to full health. All of
Okay.
his wounds have been sealed. Everything, he looks bright and shiny as the day he was born. In fact, he's an infant now. No, I'm kidding. He's
Mm.
he's healed so much that he is now like a baby. Get him.
Um. Yep. I'm gonna go this way then,
Okay.
where everyone else is going.
Yomi, I assume that you're gonna follow Kaioken. He's gonna start
Yeah.
heading towards the exit where everybody else is going.
Yeah.
All right, Kaioken. Just as you're getting to the podium. That's like this would be like the Senate speaker like area. He is going to make a ranged attack to try to throw his sword into your foot or into your leg.
Oh. That's illegal. I would have thrown my sword at you.
And he fucking whiffs it.
Oh.
In fact, it's so bad, he throws it by the handle, which is stupid. You never throw it by the handle. Everybody
Yeah,
knows that,
yeah.
right? It's
You know
weighted
that.
for the
Everyone knows.
blade. So
Yeah.
it actually ends up landing right next to you. So
I want to pick it up.
yeah, you can totally pick that shit the fuck up on your way
I'm
out.
coming back for you, and I'm putting this in your fucking heart.
I'm gonna move you, Yomi, so that way you're right next to Kaioken, assuming that you're following him. Are you gonna like stay behind or anything like that?
I would be. I think I'd rather choose to be like right beside him.
Okay, cool, perfect. So you guys make it to the doorway, right? Just as you guys are making it through the doorway, it's less a doorway, more where like you see in the thing, it's more like a walkway where the stairs don't or the seats don't continue the circle. There's like a break, and you can see a walkway through with this little arch that takes you through a cavernous like hallway in the back. So let me put you guys right here, and then we gonna get to death, and we gonna drag your motherfuckers over here. So, fresh blank slate. We're gonna put you guys right, here, right. So I'm gonna do a little bit more of the funny drawings that I've been doing. So, this hallway is only about like this, and then it opens up down. There's torches all around. It's really well lit, but it comes around. So what you would see would be as you guys are like booking it the hell out. Where did Bantam go? Whoops. One sec, I gotta find where Bantam went real quick. Beepity beep beepity beep beep beep.
Drawing a dick.
What anime intro is that?
Got me.
Anyways, well, it looks like we ain't got no Bantam no most. So we're gonna go ahead and go there, and I'm just gonna drag and drop him into hey yeah. Cool. There we go. So y'all motherfuckers see Jesus right here, right? He's gotten ahead of you guys a good amount. But you see him. Kaioken, you do recognize this hallway, and Yomi, you do recognize this hallway. This has been here for quite some time. This is actually, if you go over to this side, this used to be one of the exits towards the one of the druid groves. So to come out of to take this left through this massive archway here would take you out to the side of the mountain where there is a footpath that goes like does what are they called, switchbacks that go down the mountain to get to where like an orange grove is, like orange trees, an orchard, that's it, where the orange orchard would be. But you see Bantam continuing across to go around into a different down a different hallway.
Would we know what that direction would lead to?
So you would know that one of the things that's over there is like family rooms, housing, stuff like that. It would be the general area beyond that point is housing, and then it kind of rings back to the other side as it's like it's doing this spiral downward. So you'd hit housing, and then beyond that, it would be going towards the base of the mountain and all of the other rooms that would be associated with the base of the mountain.
I think I'm gonna go up the left, but as I do, I'm gonna yell out to Bantam and like, Bantam, your kin owe me. You owe me. I'll be back for you.
Do you guys want to move your tokens to
Yes.
like right by the doorway? Yeah, right there, and then I'll move you, Yomi. There you go. So you say that, and he stops and turns towards you. You hear him mutter some sort of an incantation as he draws out a wand. This is not the same wand that he was using just a minute ago. And he aims it right towards you. And you hear this, and he uses his wand at you. And he
Meep.
is going to make a ranged spell attack.
Damn it. I shouldn't have fucking said anything.
And meep. Doesn't hit.
Oh, good.
So you see this like kind of it's light, but it would be like gray light, if that makes any sense. It almost looks like a concentrated fog or mist that just and you see it streak past you, hit the floor, and as soon as it hits the floor, you see it almost looks like concrete slurry. Just goes and
Oh.
begins to slowly spread. And he kind of curses and he starts to back up around the hallway holding his wand out. And that's when you see this weird medallion kind of like unfurl from outside of his his robes. And let me consult the sacred texts so that way I can remember how to describe this to you. So, what it would look like to you. All right. Okay. It would look to you like almost it would look like a trident. This trident would have a long handle that ends in like a little arrow, like a really like elongated, almost like what is that what's that car company that has a trident for their Maserati?
Maserati, yeah.
Yeah, so it almost would look like a Maserati symbol, but it would be attached it would be attached at the handle of it, so the trident points would be pointing down.
At the hilt.
Yeah, and then Yomi, go ahead and make me a history check. Kaioken, you wouldn't know anything about this because this would have been after your time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. One sec. Excellent. So Yomi, you would actually know this is that symbol of those people who came here a while back. The Ordo, the Black Veil. They were like magical enforcers or something like that. You recognize the wand with the Medusa eye that you just looked at before this battle ensued for like supremacy. You would recognize like that kind of like pings your memory where you're like, okay, wand. Oh, this trident mark. These guys were wearing these very prominently when they came through, um when they petrified somebody and then made a big sermon about magic getting out of hand and not allowing history to rewrite itself or repeat itself, I mean. And then they softened the dude, so they depetrified him and put a black veil over him and took him the fuck out of there. So this would insinuate that this cleric or this lore keeper, I mean, would be an agent of the Black Veil. That's just something that you know. Kaioken, you're like, hey, he's got a trident on him now. Cool. Yeah. And then he's gonna slowly start backing away, pointing the wand
Yeah.
at you guys as
Oh yeah, I don't want no concrete slurries. I'm gonna skedaddle.
your dick is now a paddle.
Yeah.
um,
Skadoodle, your dick is now a noodle.
that's right. Yomi, I assume you're gonna go with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As Yomi, as you enter this threshold to go down this hallway, you would hear from behind, Yomi, stop him, from these other guards, these other Aarakocrans and Goliaths, the other order of the Stone Eagles, um, telling you to stop Kaioken. you look over and you would see what's your brother's name, or name one of your brothers in arms that you've kind of shared this responsibility with for basically the entirety of your life.
Naruto. Vegeta.
So far, we've been keeping up with the fact that Eric Cochrans have very basic names, like very basic modern names.
Barry the bald
Uh,
eagle.
yeah. So if you there's a jumping point.
A jumping point.
Yeah, just like a something to kind of get the juices flowing if you're trying to.
I have ruined all of the Eric Cochran names, so pick a dad name.
Yeah.
Ken the crane.
Or Skylar, Thomas. You know what I mean? Like something Marcus.
Jeff.
Well, you already got a Joffrey.
Ah, yeah.
A Joffrey.
Maybe a
Damn it!
Benjamin.
Why can't they have cool names?
Because
I ruined it.
yeah, Daniel set a precedence, and now we're gonna stick to that.
Alan the Eric
Okay.
Cochran just worked very well for me, so.
Name him Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron,
Okay.
Aaron the
Yep.
Eric Cochran, yes.
They both. Oh my god. So Eric Cochran is AAR and Aaron is AAR. That's perfect. Okay. So Aaron is a knight of the Stone Eagles. There we go.
tribe.
Wait, I hear footsteps about. So Aaron is a knight of the Stone Eagles. And he sees you. You make eye contact with him, and he's telling you to stop him. And are you going to do that?
No.
Okay. So you kind of give him that look. Actually, here. Let's see. Are you going to try to hide that fact? Are you going to try to like lie to him body languagely? You know what I mean? You can give someone a look where they know he's not going to try, or you can give him a look like, yeah, and lie to him. Or are you going to be honest and upfront about it with your body language? This is one of those things where it's like in passing. There's not like a whole lot of like, I can't do that. It's not really like that. It's more like your body language would either betray you or not.
I think my character at that point would use like body language, like I would look into his eyes with deep sorrow, as I know I'm like betraying this order that I have upheld since birth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Okay.
he knows that look as I turn around to follow Kaioken.
I'm gonna see if he knows this look. So
Insight.
he's gonna try to do an insight check to kind of read your body language. Ouch. He can't get a beat. He doesn't know whether or not you're going to or not. So he doesn't slow his step. Like if you would have lied to him, maybe he would have been like, "He's got this, guys," or whatever, right? But instead, he's gonna continue to help lead the rest of the Stone Eagle Order, the knights that have been guarding this area. And then you are gonna take off right next to Kaioken. Perfect. So you guys rush out. It's about 60 feet between like that doorway to the end. You guys make it just to the crest of the doorway, like just to the opening to the outside. As the guards and everybody are rushing around. What? You gonna fly all the way over to him?
No.
I was gonna say if you want to, that's different. But so as you guys are rushing out, you guys get to the doorway just behind you, and then there's this moment for Kaioken. You're seeing the world for the first time. You caught a glimpse out there, and you kind of got a vision, a weird vision that didn't really, it wasn't like, didn't make sense to you very much, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you remember about this spot is this is almost a cliff. It goes out and then it kind of dips down a bit and then straight to the right for the switchbacks, immediately to the switchbacks, right?
Mhm.
And it affords you this amazing view from this mountainside where you have like a full, like almost 180-degree view of the world. Essentially, you'd be looking east, so you'd be looking towards Karen.
Mhm.
Um, and the only piece of green that you see in this whole area is the one massive sprawling green tree that you would remember was the home of the wood elves.
Okay.
Beyond, like, away from that, every single piece of foliage has this odd gray tone to it. It looks like dulled. It looks like if you took the saturation of the world and just slid it to half.
Yeah.
Everything is great. There's a
So it's not
weird
not quite black and white, but not quite like
exactly.
vibrant green.
It's a
Okay.
very,
Okay.
very, very dull color.
So we're not in the Shadowfell,
Yeah,
but
we're
we
not
are
we're not in the
in this like
Shadowfell.
weird.
But there is this lack of life around
Mhm.
everything. And it, the druid side of you, it breaks your heart,
Yeah.
right? Because you're looking literally as you look down at what used to be these thriving orange orange tree orchards,
Sure.
right? That usually they span like a couple of square acres, right?
Yeah.
You see these dead trees. Like
Yeah.
it looks like a spooky
S-
forest, right?
Right.
No leaves, no fruit bearing on there. You can see some weird animals, like regular animals, like deer, rabbits, shit like that. From this vantage point, you could see just about fucking everything down there, right? You're a totem barbarian still, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll say that even though you don't quite have your eagle vision, like the eagle perception deal, you
Right. Right.
still have
Right.
a really good sense of like, I can see this.
Yeah.
Because this is your home. You know this place. You've known literally since you got the fucking jewel, you've known every creature that has set foot in your
Mhm.
domain.
Right.
For Yomi, this is how the world is. You weren't alive when the world was how Kaioken saw it. So for you, this is just like, yep, these are the wastes. Welcome to what we inherited. Essentially, a certain part of you would probably feel like this is what you left us to inherit because Kaioken represents the old world and the stories that you heard beforehand. Wouldn't necessarily fill you with bitterness, but there would definitely be a little bit of doubt in your mind. Um, but with Kaioken, this is gut wrenching, world breaking, and time almost stands still as you see like stormy clouds everywhere. The sky itself takes on a slightly reddish hue, a very slightly reddish hue, almost a brown. You just ugh, disgusting. But everything here is browns, reds, like some slight reds, and grays. And that's when it all kind of like snap. And you behind you, you can hear them closing in on you. And this is possibly every single unit of law enforcement is trying to get to you. Um,
Okay.
so I assume you guys want to take the switchbacks, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're.
Okay. Perfect. So, as you guys are doing that, I'm gonna need both of you guys. How do you guys want to go down this? Do you want to actually run the switchbacks, or do you want to try to like climb down, jump down, fly down, whatever you want to do? We're gonna do a skill challenge here. So this is a nice little mini game. So you guys, this is how we're gonna do it. You guys are gonna have to scale this mountain somehow.
Mhm.
You're gonna tell me. Actually, here, let me do a little bit of an initiative real quick.
Oh,
So
I got an idea.
So here's what we'll do. Let's clear the initiative. Clear the list. Click on your highlight your token and then roll your initiative. And that should
Oh, what?
automatically drop you.
It's in the way. Okay, so click on my token
So is it
and
highlighted with the
then
3 circles and everything?
yes.
Now click your initiative. There you go.
Which one?
Automatically.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
that's what I was
shit.
trying to say before when we were talking to Josh about it. I'm like, no,
Oh.
you guys have to.
Green is initiative then.
hmm
So
And
I put
then, and now go
red
ahead
as
and
health.
Yomi.
Oh.
You
Does
can
that make
set
sense?
what those are. If you
Yeah.
go into the settings, each of those little things, you can actually set what the value is. But same deal. Yomi, go ahead and highlight your token, and then click on your initiative.
On your D&D
The
Beyond
green one?
page.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you'll
As
just
long as
separate the
you're
tabs if you haven't done that already. Like,
yeah. But as long
be
as
able to
you're
see two of them.
as long as you're highlighted you token and then you're clicking your initiative, it should automatically pull it up. Otherwise, I can do it from here. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you do it. I don't. What's the token?
So your token is that little circular thing that has your picture on it on the map.
Or roll 20.
Okay.
In roll
So,
20.
okay.
Just click on that
Oh, son of
on
a
your
bitch.
token,
Yep.
on your
Okay.
character. Then go over to
Okay.
D&D Beyond.
Okay.
And then click initiative next to the shield. Nice.
Yeah, okay, cool. So this is the order that it's gonna go in. It's gonna go Kaioken first and then Yomi, right? So here's the thing. You guys have to get 6 successes before you get 3 failures.
Okay.
So if you get 3 failures first, you're gonna lose. If you get 6 successes first, you're gonna succeed. And
Okay.
everywhere in between.
I'm curious how this mechanic would play out. I want to see it go through, but since I go first, I'm going to use my action to put my hands in the air and look over to Yomi. They grab onto me and fly, and I'll jump.
Okay.
Control, like, I'm not expecting you to carry me,
But
but
he's
we are going
expecting you to carry it. No, I'm kidding.
to bounce and then glide. Granted, I'm like
So
twice your size, so it's literally just like like moonwalking is what
got you.
I'm hoping this
So
is going downhill.
here's what's gonna happen. According to the rules, gotcha. Lifting and carrying in the player's handbook. I believe it's going to be half your movement speed, but let me double check.
Is it
Because
downhill though? What would gliding be considered
he
as?
still has to hold you, and
That's
it's
true.
still using his
But what
movement.
about
So he'd be trying to like basically to not fall. He's gonna have to like flap his wings to try to keep himself from, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be a slow fall, if
just?
anything. I don't think he'll be able to just like straight wing out and just soar down, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Whenever we land, I would jump, athletics jump, and use that momentum to like bonk, bonk.
If you want to try. This
I
is not
mean,
the same world that it used to be for Kaioken, and you're not the same man. If you want to
yeah,
try
that's.
to skip yourself off of these
I mean,
things,
if we could control fall down the mountain instead of go down the switchbacks.
yeah, 100%. I mean, we'll find out. Give me one sec,
Oh,
because
no.
you and
We'll
I
find
both
out.
That would be
both
like
know.
immediate fails if it doesn't work. So,
Yep, that's what I mean.
because
I'm
fall
like,
damage, there's no way to get away from it unless if you
I mean,
have
you could roll
feather
in
fall.
acrobatics. You could roll in acrobatics, and then um, hold on, let's see, carry. You could roll in acrobatics, and then that would probably half the shit. But you also don't have full hit points. So for you, trying something that daring may result in you just immediately going unconscious.
Okay, let's just not do that then. I'll save that for a healthier day. I
It's up
start
to you.
running. I
Okay,
dash.
so you're gonna start running down the switchbacks.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So let's see. Give me an athletics check, or wait. Okay, so here, let's put it this way. What is the skill that you would like to attempt to roll? Would you like
Speed and power.
which would be athletics. So you're going to
Yes.
try to sprint and then hit that stop real quick as you come to the corner of it and then come back, right?
Right.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So we'll say that the first switchback, because what they'll do is they'll get gradually longer as they go down the mountain. We'll say that the first switchback is only about 20 feet, so you could probably make it there and turn, assuming that you're able to successfully sprint and do like the speed
Slide
training.
and yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and make me an athletics check. Yeah, easy money.
Okay.
You fucking
Like
take
holding
off.
my guts in, like
Yeah, you take off. I mean, you're a mountain man, like literally you're a mountain man, right? So you go and you hit that quick like that side step to like kind of boost yourself off, and you're able to make the first like 30 feet. You're down to like the second switchback or whatever, right? That's totally fine. So Yomi, you're at the top of this switchback. There's people behind you that are like, stop him, but they know now that you're not going to help them stop him. So either you can participate in trying to get down, or you can try to fight them off if you want. The choice is yours.
I'd continue down.
All right. How do you want to continue down? Do you want to climb down the front? Do you want to try to fly? Do you want? How do you want to? What's a? If you want to look at it a certain way, you can look at a skill and try to figure out how you can use that to get yourself downhill. Or you're a bird and you can also just fly, if you were so inclined.
yeah.
I
But
think
be a little tactful with your
I
wording.
I
I'm not
think
Kyle.
I've got PTSD, man.
well, I think seeing Kaioken rush and turn the corner like nothing, I'd run straight off the first ledge
Okay.
and drop straight down with
Okay.
my wings spread.
Perfect. Okay, so you're going to do this like arms up, feet down, letting your wings kind of like pick up some of it as you go down, which is easy enough for you. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check because what you were too busy looking back and like trying to what do I do? You look over to him and then you just like jump. You didn't realize that like this is at a slope, so you jumping is going to like possibly catch you on these rocks, so you'll have to like the not worked like cliff face. You may have to do a little bit of dancing to get around. Easy enough. Easy enough. So you are able to like come down, step, boom, boom, boom. You guys kind of meet right at the same area, right? So you guys are kind of there. Kaioken's doing this really like type of deal back and forth to try to go. And you're like, nah, I'm just gonna go ahead and float here. The people above at the top, they have reached the edge by the time you guys both converge. And
Okay.
you see these Aarakocrans start to take flight with these spears. And you see some Goliaths start to climb down the way that only a Goliath can, which is more like controlling your falling by like they're turning around to like dig their hands into the earth to like stop them from falling so fast that it kills them. You know what I mean?
The older a Goliath gets, the more their body turns to stone.
Yep.
So like they're basically like just grinding their hands into
Oh yeah.
the mountainside to
I mean, they're
slowly
also probably
descend.
using some sort of like stone's endurance like ability on their fingers to turn their skin to this rock hard, like to where they can just like it's like slapping the wall a bunch of times to like try to like decrease your momentum down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you guys are at the second one. Now, how would you like to proceed?
Seeing the threat getting closer, and you said the switchbacks get shorter and
Farther.
shorter,
No, they get
farther and farther.
longer. Yeah, as you continue.
From my current switchback, does it look like it's a feasible option to jump,
Give
or
me
is it
give me one sec here. So
perception?
no, give me one sec. So I'm gonna do cool little boop, boop, boop. Like a Christmas tree almost, right? Oh, whoa, whoa. No, what is happening? Boop, boop. Oh, damn it. Okay. All right. Let's clear
Control
that.
your boobs.
Yeah, it's cuz I booped a little too hard there.
You booped your
My
snoot too
hand.
much.
So, oh, there we go. That's too much. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. I'm trying to. There we go. And it's up in news. There. So essentially, where you guys are at is like here. This is more or less one of the tallest mountains in this world. Kaioken would remember that when he tried to be teleported to the giant mountain
Yeah.
and ended up on the only other giant mountain in existence that had some
Skull
fun
had been
secrets in there.
Starborn. Gross.
Yeah, and a beholder. But regardless, so this is where you guys are at right now. How would you like to proceed? So from here, you can see that like they don't get more steep. So it's about 20 to 30 feet, give or take, from where you're at to the next one down.
Ooh, no way. Can I run like halfway and then jump down adjacent?
Fuck yeah, dude. That's
Okay.
absolutely positive. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check. And then a dexterity save. No, I'm kidding. Make me a dexterity save to see if you can
That
walk
rock you
5
just
feet.
that rock you landed on was a mimic, so go ahead and give me a
Yep.
strength save also with a
Oh,
disadvantage.
it took a bite out of your brain, and you're dead now. You shit on yourself and died.
Acrobatics, animal handling. Okay, there it is. +2. Yuck.
All right, yeah. No, so you're like, okay, this is clearly too high, and I'm too hurt for this. So you go to run over to where they're kind of like where they're closer together. It's about 10 feet or so. So you like drop down. Actually here. So you drop down, and as fate would have it, you, my good sir, have
Take it.
accumulated the first fail.
At least I don't
As
take fall
you
damage.
as you
That's
as you
what I'm
hit the slope,
scared
you
of.
take fall damage. No, I'm kidding. No, so
Oh
as you
god.
kind of hit you didn't jump out far enough, right? And
Hmm.
then by the time you realize that, you're like, oh shit, craggy rocks, and you're kind of like trying to step. You kind of like you lose your shit, and you fall prone on the next spot. You're kind of like,
Oof.
and you're getting ready to get yourself back up. Meanwhile, Yomi, you just saw Kaioken run a little bit farther to where it was closer, and then try to jump down and fail. He ate shit, and now he's on the next rung down.
So I think I would follow with him.
Yeah. Are you also going to want to attempt just to drop, or are you going to want to use your wings, or how do you want to do this?
I see him do that, so I run to the same area to try to stick together and do the same
Okay.
maneuver that I previously did.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check as you just kind of like jump off, no assistance from your wings, no anything like that. And you try to like maybe gauge a little bit better. And yeah, oh, easily. You saw the rock that he slipped on, and you just kind of like daintily boop, 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 boop. You're pretty. Being so light, you're able to move your feet a lot quicker than Kaioken is. So there's your third success. Halfway through, that would put you guys. Sorry, this isn't exactly to scale, so I'm just gonna move you guys like right around here, here ish. This was more like representative of like, oh, here you go. Here you
Okay.
go, boys. Narratively speaking, Kaioken. Oh, also, here's some fun stuff. Give me a free perception check.
Who?
Kaioken, since it's his turn.
Perception.
Never mind. You hear you hear the people up above you. They begin loosing slings at
Well,
you.
hey, my passive perception's a 12, so what's
Yeah,
a
but
12?
you were trying.
Oh, okay.
Actually, a 12 wouldn't have worked anyways. Um,
Okay.
doesn't matter. So, you hear these slings being starting to let loose. It sounds like rocks are falling from behind you until you realize that they're hitting with such a scat on the ground around
Yeah.
you, and they're leaving like these divots as like these stones just right. And looking up for like the brief second because you're still on the ground. Looking up for the brief second, you see these Goliaths on like a couple of rungs above you start and they're they're lobbing the shit like that dude from
Baseball size
like that dude
friggin'
from
stones.
Primitive Technologies, the YouTube.
Yeah. I know what you
Um,
mean. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, and as you see
A Russian guy.
these Eric Cochrans start encroaching, and they look like they're about to start dive bombing down on you guys with their spears at the ready, as they're basically just gonna like fall right on you guys. So Kaioken, it's your go. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna just sprint, like full on dash towards the next switchback, and then try and slow myself and grab onto the next like ledge that turns, and like just like grind my hand against it to start turning my body,
Okay.
kind of like recklessly.
Yeah. Okay, so um, let's see here. You're not going to be able to get as far because you have to get to your feet
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
So we'll say if you can make me an athletics with disadvantage,
Okay. Athletics with disadvantage. Bonk, bonk.
that's
Ooh, it did it 3 times,
yeah,
so
that's weird. So it was the
15.
21 and then the 15.
Yeah.
So we'll say that you get like more or less right about here. You've made some progress. You didn't kill yourself, but also the fact that you had to get to your feet first. Like you basically went from laying down to getting into the sprinter's like stance, that really low, and then just a
Uh-huh.
takeoff. But that action took time for you to get to before you actually began sprinting and got around. But yeah, you're
Okay.
able to like grab onto like a heavier boulder and kind of like swing yourself around it to get ready for the next one. So you will be ready for the next one. If you choose to make an athletics on the next one, you'll have it with advantage.
Okay.
Cool. Yomi, what's up, man? What are you doing?
So seeing that he already made that turn, I'm expecting him to full rush. So I'm gonna jump straight down again with my wings out
Mm-hmm.
to meet him.
Perfect. All right. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics attack or an acrobatics check. Yeah, easy enough. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So you guys get to the next one down, right? And you're more or less around in the same area. And unfortunately for you guys, you did not notice our friend over here,
Oh God.
Bantam.
Captain
Um,
Dickhead.
yeah, turns around. You see him his full like pendant out, his amulet out. Once again, produces a wand. This time it looks more like um you guys know what like cedar is redwood, right?
Yeah.
It's this very deep burgundy color, red. And it looks like a very plain wand until you realize that the tip of it is smoking and that's really all you hear at first is just a little as this little tiny pea-sized light arcs
Fireball.
arcs really far. And I'm going to need both of you guys to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh God. Big money, no whammies. Uh,
All right, cool. So you guys are going to take half damage. So your Kaioken, you're used to fireballs, right? You were
oh
alive.
yeah.
You were alive when
Oh
these
yeah.
things were a fucking dime a dozen,
Yep.
where any kid could learn fucking fireball.
hmm
Um, what you weren't expecting was that it wasn't fire that hit. Instead, he was aiming mostly for the wall beside you. And you see this clear, like the cliff face beside you, and you see this almost. It looks like when when planes hit the speed barrier or the sound barrier.
Yeah.
This
Like that shockwave.
shockwave as one instance there is a cliff face and a switchback like a path. In the next instance, there is shale flying everywhere. There
Mm.
is a crater roughly about 40 feet in diameter in this wall as you guys are now navigating a rock slide that is taking you to the bottom. Oh no, that's not what I want. Because instead of it being fire, it was force damage.
I was gonna say.
As you guys both end up, whoa, freaking the fuck out, man. So as you guys both end up, um, come in. What's that you got there? There we go. As you guys both end up with all these rocks, and you guys have to like
Can be
dodge,
quicker than that.
dive out of the way. So you guys are instead going to take, what is it, 8d6? Or is it
Oh, good.
68? 8d6? 8.
Yeah, it's probably 6d6.
Roll 8d6. It's either 68 or 8d6. Either way. You guys are going to take 13 points of damage. Of bludgeoning damage as these rocks. They don't like bury you, but rocks fall and everybody dies. No, they bludgeon the shit out of you guys. I assume Kaioken goes back down.
Oh yeah, yep. Back down.
Yomi, you notice, you hear as you see this one massive rock just hit him right in the head, and a second one hit him, and Kaioken goes down and stops moving. Are you still alive, by the way?
What was the damage?
13 points of damage?
Nope, I'm down.
You both go unconscious.
Mm,
Excellent.
damn it. So close.
Almost, too. You guys.
Damn it, Phantom.
Yep. So. Now.
Well, good game, guys.
One sec here.
Mia Leaky.
I guess next week.
The last thing you guys feel is the earth coming out from underneath you guys, you falling, and the last thing that both of you see is Bantam as he walks up casually to the two of you, and you see him. Oh, my lord. You ought to just have stayed in that statue where I put ye. He shakes his head, and both of you guys lights out. Well, go ahead and unequip all of your shit. For one.
Even Turok's short sword? Well, I only got to take off one thing, so that's easy.
That's good. Hey, at least
Okay.
at least you don't have to worry about that. Damn it. All right. So, time passes. Who knows? Both of you awaken. Nearly simultaneously, you feel cold underneath you. Hard ground. It's kind of uncomfortable. There's like rocks jabbing in you. Both of you guys can put yourself at 1 HP as you awaken to see Bantam completing a spell circle around you guys. And just as he does, you can hear him muttering certain incantations, and he, like, you see this this almost purple glow just up around you guys.
Throw a rock.
You're gonna just like grab a handful of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to do that.
Trying to break the spell.
You go and you throw a rock through, and the rock sails right through the purple circle.
Does it hit him?
Oh, you throw a rock at him.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Cancel his spell casting.
No, he completed it like right as you woke up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, his muttering would have been what woke you up, and it would have been as he got to a crescendo. A point of like interest.
I was thinking of Dresden stuff, where it's like if you interrupt the spell circle, it's negated.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Point of an interesting point of reference is that Kaioken, something different that when you were around Saul, for instance, you saw him cast all form of magical everything. And in many cases, he was like whispering it, or, oh, I'm just going to be really blah, 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 right? Like trying to be kind of subtle about it. And he was able to like hide the fact that he was casting a lot of spells.
Right.
Coming from Bantam's voice, it almost sounds like three different registers of the same voice, three
Right.
different tones as he is inflecting heavily. It's
Right. He's
almost
really trying.
he's really, really trying. And you see him sweating as he's like very blah blah blah, blah, and you wake up to the crescendo of his is almost a yell as he says the last like syllable in this. And when you go to throw it, the rock sails harmlessly through, um, harmlessly through the fucking the spell wall. As you see him kind of turn around, he goes, "Look, the two of you should have just left well enough alone. Sad it had to come this way. But, me lord, and whoever you are, knight, unfortunately for you, you had to do the one thing that I can't let slide. Could have lived a good long life. Instead, you had to muck about." You see him produce a scroll, and he begins reading the scroll. And as he begins reading it, the two of you make me a Constitution saving throw. Damn. Damn. Okay. Um, you two begin to feel intense burning pains from your core. And as you look to your own like body, like looking down, you can see yourself starting to basically dissolve, like phase out. Right? What's that Back from the Future? Oh, my hand, arm disappearing, that whole thing.
Right.
You guys begin to phase out. Um and the spell nearly comes to completion when I pee. Where are you? Come to me. Come to me. The spell nearly goes to completion when suddenly Turok comes like literally falling down from, it seems like, the sky as the two of you are about to have something happen, and he is going to spin Bantam around, and you see him use the glower, the apex predator ability, and so Bantam is going to use or have to make me a wisdom saving throw. One sec.
What?
Oh yeah, he does. He turns him around, and Bantam looks right back at him,
Oh.
and as he goes, "Know your place." And as he says that, now Turok gets to make a wisdom saving throw.
Turok or Bantam?
Turok gets to make a wisdom saving throw. As he turns around, Bantam doesn't submit to the glower, and he goes to do
Oh.
something of his own.
Oh.
Unfortunately for Turok, he's not the smartest goy. Yep. You see Turok sit back and sit down. And then he begins to like prostrate himself, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Sits down, kneels, and then head down. Bantam looks at him and goes, "You know, Your Highness, you're not as powerful as you might think. I've
Oh.
seen things and
Oh.
done things that would make Nair Goliath weak in the knees." And he's going to take out that wand, put it to the back of Turok's neck, And as it touches him, he begins to turn to stone in the prostrated form that he's in.
Oh,
And he
fuck.
turns around to you guys and he goes, Your Highness, the Ordo would like to speak with you. As you guys pop out of existence.
Oh, we are teleported.
That's where we're going to end it tonight.
Wow. Okay. I like that. I really like that because I was not expecting that.
Good.
I wasn't expecting Bantam to be. I thought he was like my ace in the sleeve,
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
but yeah, it's
You-
like all right, obvious threat, and then